Hello, my name is Karan Godwin, and today we're going to talk about what it takes to become a better post player. To become a great post player, you need three things. Number one, you need great positioning. Number two, your footwork has to be impeccable. And number three, you have to be able to finish plays. If you pay close attention to the moves that we're about to present, you will become a better post player and a force down low. This is the perfect warm-up drill for a post player. The objective is to increase your hand-eye coordination by doing a series of reverse layups with both hands. As a post player, it is very important that you can go right and left. The hardest post player to guard is someone who can read the defense and attack its weakness. This drill develops three things that I like that will help your post moves. Number one, catching the ball. Number two, it will also help your footwork. And number three, it also gets you used to using your right and left hand. The drop step baseline is a very popular post move because it is quick and to the point. Simply position yourself on the block, catch the ball, and with a power dribble to the basket, drop your baseline foot. Before you can master any move, you must practice the footwork and technique without a defender. When you get comfortable with your drop step, add a ball fake after your dribble. This will quickly become your go-to move whenever you have position under the basket. During the course of this DVD, you will learn how to use your ball fake to create space and draw fouls. The ball fake can be used in any situation, and if I were you, I would use it every time I got a chance. The drop step middle is utilized when a defender wants to take away your baseline options. This is your counter move. Simply catch the ball, power dribble to the middle, and explode to the basket. If you have great position on your defender, you can perform this move quickly, avoiding the chance of any double teams. The turnaround jump shot is probably the most commonly used post move. Defenders hate it because they have to respect your option to ball fake. If they jump early, they run the risk of you getting an easy layup. To execute this move properly, pivot your baseline foot, turn around, and shoot the ball. This motion is a little bit unnatural, but with practice, you will be able to make this shot. With the turnaround middle, you're using your inside foot as your pivot. Remember, to become a great post player, you have to have great footwork. These drills will prepare you for the post moves that I'm going to show you later in this DVD. So your defender won't anticipate which direction you will go, add a fake in the opposite direction. This will keep your defender off balance and force him to play you straight up. This fake is head and shoulders. Give the defender a shoulder fake baseline and turn around in the opposite direction for the jump shot. For every move, there is a counter move. This time, fake middle and pivot off of your baseline foot for the turnaround jump shot. If you work hard in the off season, all these moves will come to you naturally in the game. The jump hook is by far my favorite post move because when executed correctly, it is hard to block. To get accustomed to the jump hook, I get into post position 2 feet in front of the basket. Once you receive the ball, pivot on your inside foot and jump towards the basket with a baby hook. Add a dribble to your jump hook to simulate a middle drop step. A dribble to the middle from the block will give you a higher percentage shot. Make sure your body is between the defender and the basket, pivot your inside foot, and always remember to follow through. Now that we have practiced our footwork and post moves, let's apply what we have learned against an active defender. The jump hook will work against any defender. The key is to keep your body between the man and the ball. If you make a couple of jump hooks to the middle, the opposing coach is going to tell your defender to force your baseline. No problem. Just catch the ball, pivot on your baseline foot, and explode toward the basket. The jump hook baseline is a little bit tougher than the middle because there's no backboard to save you if you shoot the ball long. That means that it's very important and essential that you follow through on your jump hook. Although it is a lower percentage shot, nothing is hard if you practice it night in and night out. The up and under move is one of the most popular moves because after you have proved that you can make a turnaround jump shot, the defender has to challenge it. Simply pivot on your inside foot, turn around with a ball fake as if you were going to shoot the ball. Use your right foot to step past your defender with a power dribble and explode, laying the ball up off the backboard. The key to this move is the ball fake, number one. Number two, making sure you don't pick up your pivot. And number three, staying low and balanced to finish the play. The up and under baseline is the same move in the opposite direction. This time, pivot on your baseline foot, give a strong ball fake, and step through with your left and finish strong. This is one of those post moves that shows that you've been working on your footwork in the off season. Now let's get into the more complex post move. To perform this move, you must combine everything that you have learned thus far and add a spin move. In this example, we are going to turn around with a ball fake, pivoting on our inside foot. After your ball fake, step through with a power dribble using your right foot. After your dribble, use your defender's momentum against him and spin back to the middle. This move requires quality footwork. Let's try the same move going baseline. It is sometimes hard to do a move going in the opposite direction, so feel free to walk through this move before you try it. Turn around, ball fake, pivoting off your baseline foot, step through with a power dribble using your left foot, and finish with a spin toward the basket. Whenever a defender decides to overplay you middle and attempt to steal the ball, you want to seal him off with your body. This gives the guard a perfect angle for a bounce pass baseline, and this gives you the opportunity to use your drop step that we practiced earlier. This move requires timing and hand-eye coordination from both you and the guard throwing the pass. After receiving the ball, the basket for the layup. This move can be used baseline or middle depending on which side your defender wants to overplay you. Simply catch the ball, pivot on your inside foot this time, and explode toward the basket. A lot of defenders, especially shorter ones, are taught to always front the post or get in front of the post player. This gives you the opportunity to utilize your mechanics and footwork to seal your defender off as he attempts to get around you. The mid-post is an area on the court that is very important to focus on because you have more options than the post. I like to practice my mid-post moves because it's an easy place to receive the ball. See, not every guard is a great post passer. If you step toward the ball, you have a better chance of receiving it in a scoring position. Every time I get the ball in the mid-post, I like to reverse pivot. I do this because the reverse pivot, or swing through as I call it, requires that you are in constant motion. If you're back to the defender, he has to respect the fact that you can go either middle or baseline. The mid-post reverse pivot baseline move requires a quick fake to the middle with your right foot and with the same foot crossing over for a baseline drive. The key to this move is not picking up your left pivot foot. Your natural tendency is going to be to move your pivot foot, but if you do, it is a traveling violation. So please practice this move without a defender first. The reverse pivot middle drive is my favorite move because you get to use your defender's momentum against him. Unless the defender plays off of you or overpivots himself to the middle, you have a driving angle which is suitable for a layup. Reverse pivot, stay low, attack with a great power dribble, and finish strong. The mid-post reverse pivot one dribble shot is a move that will come in handy when your defender expects you to drive all the way to the basket. Simply reverse pivot off of your left, give the defender a strong right hand dribble, and pull up for the jump shot. The mid-post reverse pivot one dribble step back is very effective on an overactive defender. After your reverse pivot, the move requires a hard dribble baseline ending with a step back move. This is a great move
because your defender thinks you're going to drive baseline and has to get in position to stop you. A step back creates space and another opportunity for you to score. The reverse pivot, one dribble hook, is an effective move when you have a taller or more athletic defender defending you. The dribble is just a way for you to position your body for your jump hook. It is very important that you get your body between the ball and the defender. The reverse pivot, two dribble spin, is another great move to use on active defenders. After you reverse pivot, drive hard with two dribbles. Once you feel your defender recovering, spin off his momentum and finish strong. The mid-post up and under is a great move because you are stepping toward the ball and into what the defender thinks is a turnaround jump shot. To his surprise, you have set him up with a ball fake and consequently an easy layup. The mid-post up and under baseline is the same move but just adjust to which way the defender has jumped. If you turn around and see him jump towards your inside shoulder, take a step baseline and explode toward the basket for another layup. The mid-post ball fake shot is used when a defender gives you a little space and is trying to read you. Give your defender a ball fake to see if he reacts. If he does, then shoot the ball when he's on his way down. The pressure spin is one of my favorite moves to perform because many defenders in the post like to push you one way or the other. The move is simple. Find out which way your defender is pressuring you and spin in the opposite direction. The same rules apply to the pressure spin middle. If you feel your defender being overzealous to your baseline side, use his momentum against him and explode toward the basket with a great spin move and finish.
Okay.
The pick and roll is probably the most common play in basketball. The key to being a great pick from a post player's perspective is to stay low and
Okay.
wide, allowing the guard to use you as a wall. Once you make contact, you now have to open up to your offensive player by pivoting off your inside foot. Have both hands ready to catch the ball and finish strong. The one dribble pull up is always a great move to do after you reverse pivot. When the driving angles are closed, you have to be able to pull up at the drop of a dime. Reverse pivot, stay low, ball fake, and explode as if you were going all the way to the basket. After one dribble, pull up, follow through on your jump shot. It is very important that whatever you practice going right, you can do the same going left. Reverse pivot, ball fake, and pull up after a strong dribble to the left. After pulling up with one dribble jump shots, the defender has to respect the jump shot. Now it's time to take him to the hole. In this example, pump fake, drive right, and finish strong. The counter to the right dribble drive is your left dribble drive. The only difference is you have to make sure you cross your right leg across your defender before moving your left pivot foot. Practice makes perfect. The elbow reverse pivot, one dribble step back, is a great move when your defender is very active and quick to cut you off. Simply stay low, cross over with your right foot, and step back into your pull-up jump shot. This is a great move. Thank you for purchasing the Fundamentals of Post Play. As you can see, it takes a lot of drills and a lot of effort for you to really get to the next level. You have to focus on your footwork, on your positioning, on finishing plays. That's what it's all about in the post. If you can do this, you will become a force down low, and I'll be hearing about you soon.
See, there are more than one reason for keeping your head up. Of course, there are the regulars, looking for double teams, open players, and mismatches, but I like to keep my head up as a tool of deception. When you have your head up, the first thing you're looking for are the driving angles. You want to anticipate what the defense is going to do before you drive. Most players like to go before they know where the defense is and consequently get themselves into trouble. The second thing you want to do is lull your defender to sleep. Remember, be quick, but never in a rush. You want the defender and his teammates to relax and have their heels touch the ground flat-footed. This way, it's harder for them to react. Active defenders are best because their feet are in constant motion. You want to counteract this with patience. The next set of drills I'm going to teach you is what I do to develop my mid-range pull-up. I want to be able to pull up on a dime with either hand. To build the hand-eye coordination, I execute a drill where I go between my legs a set amount of times before I shoot. The key to this drill is keeping your head up and challenging yourself with a predetermined amount of shots that you want to make. I love this drill because it applies to game-like situations. Most drills develop confidence for the game, but this drill will simulate game-like pull-ups. I like to play a game where I go between my legs 4 to 6 times before I shoot. To win the game, you must make 12 shots. If you miss 2 in a row, you minus a shot from your total. When you have reached a level of comfort, add a dribble toward the basket. This is helpful because a lot of your pull-ups will come after a step forward. If you continue to use these drills into your off-season workout, you will come back a different player. It is important that you keep your head up during your pull-up drills. An effective scorer should always know what's going on around him at all times. Keeping your head up will ensure that you are anticipating what the defense will do before they do it. You must also increase the pace of your dribbles. Make the drill difficult so when the lights come on for game time, you are ready. Switch hands, go opposite ways. I encourage you to be creative and add to this drill.